hidden backyard can feel like a private resort when every path, bloom, and shadow is placed with intention. The moment you step into this hidden backyard, it feels like the world has quietly softened around you. A winding stone path draws you inward, past blooming hedges and tangled greenery that seem to guard the space like a secret. Warm daylight slips through the leaves, brushing over moss, terracotta, and weathered wood. Everything feels intimate, calm, and beautifully untouched, like a private retreat made for slow mornings and lingering thoughts. This garden feels like a place you discover rather than a place you simply enter. The curved brick path leads you gently through layers of flowers and grasses, each turn revealing a little more beauty. Sunlight settles across the scene with a soft, honest warmth, making the blooms glow against the earthy tones. It has that peaceful, tucked-away feeling that makes you want to sit down, breathe deeply, and stay a while. There is something magical about how this space unfolds at ground level, almost like the garden is inviting you to move slowly and notice everything. The flagstones, the soft spill of lavender and hydrangeas, the weathered timber, all of it feels lovingly arranged, yet completely natural. Dappled daylight dances across the path and leaves a calm, dreamy atmosphere behind. It feels private, romantic, and full of quiet charm. This backyard feels like a little sanctuary hidden from the rest of the world. You follow the path and suddenly arrive at a serene pocket of stillness, surrounded by clipped hedges, flowering borders, and the gentle shelter of a trellis. The afternoon light gives everything a warm, subtle glow, like the garden has been waiting patiently for you. It feels restful and welcoming, a place where time slows down and thoughts soften. What makes this garden so appealing is the way it feels both lush and ordered at once. The stepping stones cross through planting layers that seem to drift naturally around them, and the little reflecting bowl adds a moment of calm. Soft daylight falls across the textures, making the stone, wood, and leaves feel almost touchable. It has a gentle, private energy, like a quiet hideaway where you could unwind without effort. The symmetry here gives the garden a sense of calm that feels almost meditative. A narrow path leads toward a hidden bench, framed by flowering shrubs and soft evergreen shapes that feel protective rather than formal. Natural light brings out every texture without harshness, and the whole space seems to breathe in the sun. It feels like a peaceful retreat where mornings would begin slowly, and evenings would settle beautifully. This is the kind of backyard that feels best when the sunlight filters through leaves and lands in soft patches on the ground. The path curves just enough to create curiosity, while the vines, bench, and reclaimed would make it feel lived in and warm. Nothing feels forced. The colors stay gentle and earthy, which makes the whole place feel soothing, intimate, and deeply comforting, like a secret you get to keep. Seen close to the ground, the garden becomes even more enchanting. The stepping stones feel like an invitation, and the moss and blossoms around them make every step seem softer. A partly hidden gate adds a quiet sense of discovery, as if there is always more to find. The sunlight is warm but easy, touching the leaves and timber with a natural glow. It feels peaceful, personal, and beautifully human. This garden corridor has a lovely sense of depth, like it is gently guiding you somewhere meaningful. The gravel path curves between generous flower beds, and the bench at the far end feels like a reward waiting in silence. Soft daylight moves across the masonry and foliage, giving the whole scene a calm, lived-in beauty. It feels secluded in the best way, like a place made for reading, resting, and breathing. There is a quiet elegance in how this backyard balances privacy and openness. The path pulls you inward, past flowering borders and vine-covered fencing, while the bench and planter add just enough structure to keep the scene grounded. Daylight brings out the cool tones of stone and the softness of the greenery, creating a feeling that is both fresh and restful. It feels like a small escape designed for everyday peace. This space feels like the kind of hidden garden that rewards a slower pace. As the path bends toward the circular clearing, the surrounding blooms and clipped hedges seem to gather around you like a gentle embrace. The light is soft and natural, making the petals and stone glow without effort. It carries a tender, romantic feeling, as if the whole backyard were designed to hold quiet moments and easy conversation. What stands out most here is the sense of arrival. After following the winding path, you reach a shaded bench that feels protected and restful, tucked behind layers of green and flowers. The daylight is soft enough to keep everything calm, while the textures of stone, wood, and leaves create a comforting richness. It feels like a private world where you could spend an afternoon without wanting to leave. A garden like this reminds us that true luxury is not about excess, but about creating a quiet place where nature feels personal, layered, and deeply restorative.